Here we go, folks. From bunkers in, well, my bunker's in Aldridge. And
I'm in one part of Aldridge, to be fair.
Yeah.
Certain part.
So if you
On
hear
the
loud
wrong side,
bangs,
on the wrong side of the tracks, probably.
if you hear loud bangs, it's the fireworks or Rufus adjusting his mic. We're live. Just a pointer, because this is an anniversary, really, I guess. Janie, who we lost 2 years ago, and I used to do a similar show with Janie. So it's sort of a tribute. She'd be saying, "Oh, go and have a laugh, go and carry on." So it feels about right now, 2 years in. So this is for you, Janie, as well as everything else. Taking a look like we did at the community and having a laugh. And there's Rufus over there. How you doing, Rufus?
I'm not too bad. How are you? But what a time to have this show during lockdown 2.0, when everybody actually needs a laugh. Do you know what I mean? We need to come together as a community, help each other out, and more importantly, have a laugh.
Yeah, but we have made the deal that we're not going to dwell or talk of COVID, because if you're watching television, that's all you get. So the elephant in the room, we're not doing COVID here.
I didn't say the C word, so you can't have me in that one.
No, one of our sponsors there, Backyard.
Yeah, very nice, to be fair, very nice.
Yep. Okay, yeah, we got all sorts of things lined up. We've got a competition winner coming in. We've got some music from Bob Gessey, from Emily. We've got two ladies going to talk to us about this campaign that's been so successful in Aldridge. I think it's got over
inspiring as well. It's so inspiring as well, to be fair.
You should have seen the cars crammed with food the other day. Then we put it in a secret storage. So we've got those coming in a few minutes, and they're going to tell us what we need to be collecting as it comes up to Christmas. So I think
and competitions like galore. Do you know what I mean? Competitions.
We've got spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel for your chance to win. How much can people win?
I think there's a 50,000 on there.
Well, technically, 100,000. I thought. No way. We definitely need lawyers involved. It's 100,000. He just spilled his beer everywhere. But listen, if for your chance to win £100,000, simply tell us, who is this famous person of Aldridge? Who is that?
Yeah,
it's a well-known person in Aldridge. So for your chance to win £100,000, just tell us who is it.
If anyone's going to get that, then it's going to be.
You'll be my best friend for life. If you say who that person is, you'll be my best friend for life.
Linda Mason. We've got Chris White watching. We've got Victoria Mersdale.
Of course, LOL.
The caption errors are hilarious. What errors? Have we made errors?
Errors.
Yeah. I think you should explain where your accent's coming from anyway, Rufus.
From a place in North London called Tottenham, and I've been airdropped into the local area to help you guys out, really, and to meet probably a local hero.
Oh, I can't help you out there. It's locked down.
If anyone knows Ellie Simmons, let us know. She's a living legend in our house. Absolute living legend.
Yeah. So we haven't got any guesses yet. Oh, someone's guessing it's my dad. It's 2 L's in Russell, so you're not going to win with that.
Oh,
hey, look, we've got Mr. Clayton in. I wanted him to come in the room because we got some songs coming up from Andrew later on, or at least one. We might keep one back.
He played at my wedding. Some little claim to fame there. Andrew Clayton played at my wedding, little on the piano at the church. Little claim to fame there. So
probably something he's trying to forget.
Bit Chaz and Dave it was. Cheeky it was.
So no guesses on the. Oh gosh. Linda went to London for 20 years to help London out. Who is that cat?
Who is this cool cat? Okay,
so should we go for our competition winner? We ran a competition during the week before we came, and we asked.
So every time I see that photograph, it just makes me laugh.
It's not Linda. We asked who this person was, and we did get a few correct answers.
But when you know who it is, she actually looks like them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's not a resident. I don't think she's a resident.
I know. We better check the phone book.
She might be Aldridge's third famous person. So we're going to bring in. We picked at random from our entries, and I've got to get this woman off the. How do I get the woman off the screen?
I'll talk to her. She'll go if I talk to her. There you go. She's gone.
We've got this. We've got Mike, who was a correct entry. Hello, Mike.
Congratulations, Mike.
Hello, both.
Where are you from, Mike? Oh, what are you drinking? He's drinking. What are you drinking, Mike?
Wainwright.
Okay. And I do this all the time on television when we're watching. What's behind you there? And what's in that box above a wardrobe?
It's I can't say what it is. It's very personal to me.
Okay,
But forget it. But forget about the box. Look at the wild animal beside the box, that polar bear. I'd be more worried about that than the box.
You must be local there, Mike, with that accent. Where are you calling us from?
All the way from Gessey.
Gessey.
I've heard of that. Where's that?
It's over the hill, over the beacon.
I'm not allowed over the hill.
I know where I've seen you, Russ. I helped you in the taxi outside the Turtle's Head, remember?
I've never been in the Turtle's Head in my life. Okay, so put us out of our whatever, and tell us what the answer to the question was. Who was that lady?
The woman from E.T. The voice from E.T.
That's better. That's what he answered, and he answered correct. So, Mike, you answered correct. Of the people, you get to spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Should we do it now, shall we?
Yeah,
let's do this.
We've got this. We have the wheel.
Look at this wheel. Literally no expense spared.
Chance of winning up to £50,000 on the wheel.
Are you ready, Mike?
I'm ready. I can't wait.
Should we do this?
Make sure it's got to go around twice at least.
Twice.
Spin the wheel.
So exciting. £100,000 could be coming its way to Feasley, wherever that is, over the other side of the hill, apparently.
Easy.
Oh, he's won something. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for the close-up? Yeah, bear with us, guys. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. This is cutting edge. Are you ready? Have you read the rules here? I don't know what we're doing. Oh, it's come off. It's come off. This didn't happen in practice.
You better not win 10,000 quid on the first.
I don't think there's a winner at all, to be fair. There's a 500. There's a 10,000. There's a £1. Nah, there's nothing, I'm afraid.
Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, Mike. Mike goes away empty-handed, unfortunately.
Your season ticket for next season's gone then.
Oh, yeah. Well, you were going to buy Walsall, weren't you? The whole of the football club. They had a season ticket. You could have bought the whole of it for £500. So that dream's gone for another year. You can always call back next week.
Yeah, I might actually do that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to stay in the background, Mike, we might
more chance of winning a goldfish.
Thanks for taking part, Mike.
Thanks for being a good sport.
If you want to, and
watch out for that bear.
If you want to take part on Spin the Wheel, you've just got to like or send us a comment.
Or tell us who this famous person is of Aldridge.
Oh, look, we've got another famous person in there. Look, we've got William Roberts.
Come on, Mr. Roberts, you must know who this famous person is of Aldridge. I'll give you a clue. Should I give out a clue? Or not?
We've got to win it.
Oh, I told you she looks like a cat with a watermelon on her head. Absolutely. MP Wendy Morton, who's done nothing for Aldridge, but do you know what I mean? Well done. Absolutely. I knew I'd like him. I just knew I'd like him. Just look at his profile picture. I knew I'd like him. Yeah. Spin that wheel. We're ready. Set this up.
Oh, I've got just Rufus' wedding was a highlight of my career. I love weddings. You must have done something right. I met his good lady last night, so he's still.
Have I got a good lady?
Yeah. Should we go? They've got the two ladies coming in who are in this. I've probably got the name wrong. Tummies. Should we go to we've got a 2-minute song from Bob Gessey, and then we'll bring the ladies in. Is that okay with you, Rufus?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Can you explain this though? We wanted music on the show, and you came up with. Explain the idea you came up with.
Well, we met in a Turtle's Head, had a few beers, and I thought it'd be a great idea to kind of relive our youth and have bands playing in the bathroom, kind of like in the young ones. And that was the idea. And I always thought that no one would do it, and people are. So proves I'm a genius, doesn't it?
You might be the genius, but you weren't the mug that had to phone these people up and try and explain that over the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like I said to you, no one knows me around here. Everybody knows you. So if I ring up people going, right, can you go to a bathroom and make a video for me? I'll end up in prison. But it's okay for you.
Yeah, it's not okay for me because Emily, who's just 18, is one of them. And trying to explain to her mother and her that she's got to go into a bathroom with a guitar. She did a great track for us. And even
Bob, now look at she's here in front of 12 people. What more do you want in life?
And even Bob, Even Bob Gessey said disappearing into the bathroom with his guitar and his iPad. So
It's
we're
a
going
euphemism.
to play this tune, and then we're going to bring these ladies in and talk about this. This tummy thing.
We'll see you all on the other side.
Bob Gessey, he played the Audrey Social Club last night. Great bloke, good friend of mine. Thanks, Bob.
It was a good night. I was there. It was a good night, to be fair.
And this is one of his own compositions from his bathroom.
I went to Warsaw to see me Uncle Phil. He was in a hospice, he was really ill. I drove down the lane, I saw the farmer there, sitting on a pony. I was in despair, I couldn't find the hospice, no matter how I tried. I thought I'd ask the farmer, the pony and his side. I shouted, where's the hospice? Where's the hospice? Where's the hospice? I thought he put me lights, and then he shouted back, he does it where he likes. No, I said, I'm looking for a place. I can't find the hospice, there's not a single trace. He's not got long left, I just can't wait. If I'm not there soon, it might be too late. If I go down the lane, how long will it take? Answer me the question, please give me a break. I shouted, how far's the hospice? How far's the hospice? How far's the hospice? Try the beat his cleat. And then he shouted back, Pop, it's gotta be 20 feet. So have you seen the hospice? Have you seen the hospice? Have you seen the hospice? And then he wipes his brow. He said, yes, I've seen the hospice, and you're standing in it now.
Thank you, Bob.
I think that's a local classic, isn't it?
Hospice. Okay, we seem to have a technical problem. We've got Lucy. Oh no, we've got Judith and Jim coming. So we're going to bring in how to make tummies full, and that's not Guinness, Rufus. This is the important part of the show. So we've got Lucy, we've got Judith and Jim. Hi guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us all about your great Facebook page and where we're going now and what we can do to help.
Yeah, so it started, I don't even think it's actually 2 weeks ago that it started. Is it, Jude? I don't think it's even that long. There you go. Jude's on it. So I actually was just lying in bed, and everything was kind of going on in the news regarding school dinners for children and about hungry kids. And I've got 3 kids myself. And I just didn't feel good about it, and I thought there's got to be something that we can do, whether it is small or large. And I just thought if we could just feed a few families, if I could just get a group of friends together, we could kind of make a few nice hampers to help out the poor in the area and these children that are suffering in poverty, because they're all Aldridge and the surrounding areas, even though people might not think it. And I had the idea, created the Facebook page, and it's just gone absolutely mental. So we've got 1,200 people on there. We've got an amazing team, including Jude, who will talk to you in a minute about what we've been up to. But we've raised for almost £500, and the amount of food we have had, Russell will tell you, is absolutely amazing. I'm sure there's people watching this now who have turned up at mine or Jude's door and came with such generous donations, and they're going to be going to local schools, local families, and really helping out the needy in our area. And it feels good to know that we're making a difference.
Yeah, I'll second that, because we've got a secret location where we're storing this food. I think it took 2 hours.
Yeah. Is it the Batcave?
Yeah, no one. We know it exists, but we don't know where it is. It took us 2 hours, I think, to unload the cars and sort it. So
it did, but I think all credit to Lucy for her initiative. So on the 23rd of October, I saw something on Facebook that said we were going to set up an initiative to help make tummies full, and I thought the word tummies really stuck with me because it suggested children. And I had a look at it and I thought, wow, this is brilliant. And I think there were 17 members on the 23rd of October, and we shared it. And after 3 or 4 days, we had over 500 members. And today we've got over 1,000. But in the first weekend, we were so busy, and we had 6 locations for food to be dropped off, and all of those locations within a very short space of time were absolutely full to capacity. So we initially started the initiative, which Lucy said was to start to do some Christmas hampers, and we'll get the Christmas hampers into school, and the school can then give those hampers to the families that need them the most. But actually, because we've had so much food, we couldn't keep it all because we had no storage. We needed to move it on. So we decided we'd get in touch with the schools quicker, and we've then delivered over 100 bags and boxes of food to 2 different primary schools. One primary school has given all of their food away, and they've now got waiting lists. So we've been able to fulfill that. But actually, also, what we didn't realise, there is an emergency requirement, and the infrastructure isn't necessarily there. Everybody's busy. So between us, we've delivered lots of bags and boxes of food. I think over 40 children and 25 adults have benefited so far from emergency donations. We've got our secret storage. I've had to rope Jim in, my son, because we needed some extra admin. We needed some lift and shift. We've 4 ladies who are doing this initiative. We've all got full-time jobs. We've all got children and families. So we're getting through an enormous amount of food deliveries, admin requests. We set up a Just Giving page. I think, Lucy, it's over £500 in donations now after.
Is it? Wow.
12 days. So I think, you know, Lucy's initiative was amazing, and she shared it and she attracted some interest. And then there's 5 of us now, well, 6 of us actually, with Jim and Heather, Jodie and Kirsty, just pulling together really to kind of make this initiative a reality. And I think if we can do this in 10 days, just makes you wonder what else we can do. So keep the food coming in.
So how can we? I mean, I go shop. Probably you do the shopping, Rufus. Do you do the weekly shop?
No, I shout things I want. Milk, coffee, that kind of thing. It's about as in depth as I go.
So how can we, coming up to Christmas, are there sort of the particular items that you got a wish list? Or I mean, when I'm walking down the supermarket aisles, do I go Christmas pudding, one for me and one for the Tummies full? Is that how
so we wanted to make these Christmas hampers really beneficial for the whole family. So we wanted to make sure there was everything in there to kind of lift that weight off the parents' shoulders, you know, the generic items. So we've got the beans, we've got the part-baked bread, everything like that, which will help a family in need. But with it being Christmas, for me, what I wanted to do was to make it as exciting as it possibly could be for these little children who might not be having the best year as it is. So a selection box might be an amazing contribution to a child. They may not have this chocolate, which we often do take for granted. I know I do for my children. So if we could push, can you imagine what a difference we could make if we could get one person in Aldridge, just, you know, if we could all get one selection box and bring it to me or Jude or any of our team, you can know that that selection box is going straight to a child, and that might be the only thing they get for Christmas. And that sounds really far-fetched, but sadly that is the reality at the moment with COVID and the way the world is. So if we could make it as exciting for a child, maybe a jigsaw or something to make it as beneficial for the family, but also let's remember it is Christmas and we want to make it as about the children as it can be. But any donation is incredible, but for the moment selection boxes would be amazing.
So we'll set ourselves that target then, and then hopefully can you come back in each we hope this is going to carry on now till Christmas if we don't fall out. So can you keep us updated? No, I'll be updated.
I'm not coming back.
So if you can keep, and what we're going to do, just in case you can get £50,000 on Spin the Wheel, we think we'll get a chance to spin the wheel. So I'm going to ask you,
spin that wheel. I'm getting up again. Let's do this.
To the wheel. Oh, let's adjust the camera.
Come on, let's try and make them win. Should we rig this one, shall we? So they win.
So who knows? So my glamorous assistant will now.
Are you ready? Let's do this.
You feel the 10 grand already.
Oh no, I've managed to lose the coin already.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's
£2.
It's the £100 loaded. Are you ready for a close-up, Russell? It's like first night nerves, isn't it? Are we ready? This better be worth the £2 we spent on this. Are you ready?
Go.
He's a good scraper.
If
A
we
good
don't
scrubber.
win, you can just give us the selection box. That's a good deal, I think.
Yeah.
Can the camera pick that up? Are you a winner?
I don't know. I can't read this. I never do.
I'm on a little bit more.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, guys. But no, I'll pop around tomorrow with some food for you, some selection boxes.
With the
We'll do a collection here. Sorry, Jim.
with the selection boxes, I was going to say, like, you don't have to get like the big £3-4 ones from the big supermarkets. You can go to Home Bargains, and they're doing for like, I'm sure they're doing for less.
89p.
They're doing for less than a quid.
Yeah.
It's what I mean. Less than £1 is, I don't know, for myself, it's not a lot less than £1, but for
We
a child,
spent £2 and that was rubbish.
exactly. You get like
You know what I mean?
£2 for that.
Can I just quickly say thank you as well to a local Aldridge business, Love Joe's, because so many people have helped us, so I couldn't possibly thank everyone, but I'm sure Jude will agree that Love Joe's have been phenomenal. They have enabled us to give frozen food items to emergency drop-offs, and we're talking about families who have got empty freezers. So I've had people opening the doors crying. So if you think this will make a difference, I promise you, we are seeing it firsthand, aren't we, Jude? It is unbelievable, and it's doing as much good for them as it is for us, because it's so empowering. I wish I'd done it sooner, because it is changing Aldridge and the surrounding areas for sure.
Okay. Well, we've got a comment here from Victoria Mosdale, who I think is Aldridge's expert on when it comes to selection boxes. She says Morrison's doing them at £1 at the moment.
There we go. We'll have some of them.
Yeah.
We won't do lottery cards next week. We'll have like big selection box and send them all off.
Thank you, ladies, for trusting us and coming on our first show.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
hopefully we can update.
I'm sorry that no one won. Do you know what I mean? I'll try and wig it next time.
Well, next week we'll see Rufus sitting in front of a pile of selection boxes, because we'll go out and get some. So
Absolutely. I'll be throwing around like
Select the scratch cards.
throwing around like a ninja.
sorry, say again, Jim.
So you can get those the phony scratch cards, like the prank scratch cards, and someone scratches it off, and it looks like they won 50 grand, and then they turn it around and says this is not a real scratch card.
God, imagine saying that to the kids. There you go, kids, we won you that.
Is he really the guy? Is he really the guy you want to be doing your admin? Can you promote him to the fraud department?
I'd get onto HR about him.
Jim, you're sacked. Okay, thank you, ladies, and we'll speak to you
Thank
next
you.
To meet you all. See you all next week.
Bye.
Okay. Everyone, I suggest everyone follows that Facebook. It'd be great if we could get a few more.
That'd be
on there.
fantastic. Get some more cans of beans down there, whatever people need. A jigsaw, like she said. We should definitely go out next week. We should definitely go out next week for the show. You bring your credit card, and we'll max it out.
Yeah, the other thing we're trying to do on this is look at local news and local things going on, isn't it? That was one of the things we talked about. I mean, you from Tottenham,
North London's finest.
Well,
I say, but no one else says it.
I mean, do you know things like the elms? Do you know the references that we all use for the? No, you don't know the history there. How about orange chips? You heard an orange chip?
I've heard about it. His chips cooked about 45 times, isn't it?
You've not had an orange chip, I take it. Your
They're
challenge,
meant to be yellow, aren't they? Like
your
kind of like
challenge,
The Simpsons.
your challenge, Rufus, for next week is to a photograph of you trying orange chips. I don't know.
Challenge accepted.
Mario's, I think, in Brown Hills do them. Talking about Brown Hills, a new pub opened on the high street, or opening.
Have we been invited yet? If so, when are we going? And if not, why not?
We've also got an Aldi coming possibly to Pelsall, which is causing
Pelsall Common.
Common people of Pelsall, because we stretch out to these. Talking about Pelsall, can I show you this on the Common Pelsall website? Facebook.
I've never been in their Facebook, so show me.
This is Pelsall for you. I've blanked out the names. This was the first post on there.
Oh, it's like saying you see on Crime Watch, everyone's names blanked out. Should we be reading this out live?
Has anyone else in Ash Tree Road had eggs thrown at their windows in the last few minutes. So that post went up, and would you believe the following post, talk about people trying to outdo each other, was...
Is it all egg puns?
This little guy hit my back window, so she's saying that I could do better than eggs. I'm actually
No, absolutely. We've got live animals circulating in the ether.
So they've got not only eggs. So yeah, we're trying to covering all eggs. We'd like to follow the
I don't think I've ever been to Palesall, but it sounds like a weird place after reading those posts. I don't think it's a place for the likes of me.
How about the major thing in Aldridge in the week was the Aldridge earthquake. We've got a raised paving stone in Aldridge, which tripping over it.
Yeah, if you want to curb that as soon as you can.
Do you know where that is?
Don't worry, guys. I've rang help to come. She's on the case. Don't worry. That'll be done a week before election time. Do not worry about that.
There's a photo opportunity there for her.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I think right.
Well, like I said earlier, we should take that curb and build that platform she's been trying to build for the last 8 years. Get a train going through Aldridge again. Do you know what I mean?
The biggest joke is it's outside of just near Wetherspoons. No, they don't need an excuse to trip over people coming out of Wetherspoons. 90% of them are falling on the floor.
No, absolutely not anymore. They're not.
Oh no, of course not. No,
it's been good the last day. It's been good today down there.
As we said, we've got a COVID-free zone. My partner actually, she suffers from CST. CST. I've coined this phrase. She's got this COVID statistics Tourette's. She just sits there, shouting figures at me, graphs and the number of dead, the number of hospitalized. So it's CST.
Is it like the National Lottery? She just shouts out random numbers: 7, 8, 640.
I'll be sitting there watching Bake Off, and I'll get 1,600 people died in. So that's called COVID statistics Tourette's.
Yes, no more C word here, my friend. We've come here to get away from it.
Chris White's telling us it's been done. Should we have a bit of music and do a competition whilst we can put someone spin the win? Do you think?
Yeah, what's been done? What have I missed?
What? That curb.
Oh, it's been done, has it? So we're out of date now. We're live and we're out of date. Come on, we need better write some production. This is awful. Play a song, we'll have an argument. It's good, but it's not right. It's good, but it's not right.
Explain the Roy Walker.
We've got a catchphrase next. It says in a script.
Yeah, we don't have a script. Oh,
Ruth's wedding was a highlight of my career. I love weddings.
And I'm trying to get rid of these comments.
Wish it was a highlight of my life.
Okay, so this is a competition. We're going to play a piece of music from. We'll talk about Emily first, but let's just. I'm just trying to get the competition. This is the competition of Roy Walker fame. See what you say. What you see.
Say what you see. I know the answer because I went to rehearsals. Do you know what I mean?
So send your answers in, and you could be a chance to spin the win. Okay, we got a track from Emily. Tell me. We've kind of met before, haven't we?
We have met before. We haven't just turned up here in our own houses and somehow got on this internet thing, boom, and this has happened. We've actually met before. But it was kind of many years ago, kind of like the benefit gig, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How many years ago would that be now? 5, 4, 3, 7, 6?
Well, they've been running every year, probably for 5 or 6 years. I think
I went the year that was held in a community centre because my nephew's band were playing.
Okay.
So we went to support them and for the benefit gig.
The connection being that Emily's the sister of Ben, who
it's all in aid of. Yeah.
So she's a local musician, lives around the corner. Got in touch with her and said, "Could you make your way to the bathroom with your iPad?" And
sounds a bit odd. Count me out here. Sounds a bit odd.
So now I've got the tag. So we're going to. This is Emily Sambrook from her bathroom. This is her own composition.
Very good.
Local lady. So enjoy. Hopefully. No.
He didn't go rehearsals, did he?
Yeah. See, when
Did you all enjoy that? Was fantastic. Did you all enjoy that? Classic.
we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk. It's playing up. Sorry, Emily.
Oh, Emily, this is a massive chance on all these 9 o'clock Thursdays, episode 1, never to be kind of rehashed. It's been hashed up before.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, hello. He's pulling out cables and all sorts. Now he's showing us his chest. This has gone mainstream nonsense. Oh, he's back. There he is.
And get this on the one show. Stay with us.
Stay with us. So what's Wendy Morton been up to this past 24 hours because of lockdown 2.0? Is she held back the local community, or is she in a bunker just like us?
I love you unconditionally. Well, that is what it's supposed to be. You were meant to fall in line. Never thought I'd lose you as mine. You left me all alone with all of my prayers, wishing you'd come back, but you never cared. Left me with all my thoughts to consume my soul. No wonder all these questions are taking control. Oh, why did you leave me behind? Why'd you let me go when I only love you so? Why did you let me be? Am I good enough, or did you not see that I needed time to get through all this pain? Not in my intention, but who's to blame? It was just a matter of time before you go and lose your mind. You could never understand. You were so selfish, you could never comprehend that I lost a piece of me that night. You were so selfish, you could never sympathize. Left me with all my thoughts to consume my soul. Wonder all these questions are taking control. Oh, why did you leave me behind? Why'd you let me go when I only let it so? Why didn't you let me be? Am I good enough, or could you not see that I needed time to get through all this pain? Not in my intention, but who's to blame? That's nobody, but you'd always blame me, 'cause it's always been my fault.
And that's one of the dangers of playing in your bathroom, I think. That was
It's
brilliant.
like she fell off her perch, wasn't it, really? But it was a great effort, great song. I like that song, to be fair. She should definitely come in live and play that. I say get out of that bath and come in live.
We've had I'm just going to bring Mike back in, our competition winner from earlier on in the show.
He's over the moon. He's won nothing. He won't go away. He's so happy. He's won nothing, but he won't go. And that's the spirit we like here.
Did you get this one? You can't have another go there, Mike.
I'm quite happy. It's getting me away from Don't Rock the Boat.
Is that, you watch that quite regular, do you? Who's watching that?
Shit, I don't.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. It's another celebrity thing where you've never heard of half the celebrities.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we're on that next week. Yeah, I've heard about that.
So we did. I'm not going to let Victoria. The winner of the competition, Lucy, who's just been in the talking about the Tummies for. So Lucy gets another spin on the wheel.
Is she getting another go? Is she?
So if the glamorous assistant wants to move over to the wheel.
Absolutely, let's do this.
Oh, I've got to do the zooming thing.
It's weird. I had one job, and that was to hold on to that 2p piece. I've lost it. Right, are you ready, Lucy? I think she's saying yes telepathically. Are you ready, Ross? Should we do this? After 3,
yeah,
2, 1. That's definitely go around more than twice. Imagine winning £50,000. Oh, cash drop. That sounds good. £100,000 on this one, guys. Or it could be a waste of £2, which could have bought selection boxes we learned tonight and made someone's Christmas. Now I feel bad for doing this idea. Right, you ready? What are we going to do? Match 3, I'd imagine? I don't know. Let's do this nonsense.
We've got a complaint.
A complaint?
Yeah, I didn't accept Victoria.
Send all your complaints to Wendy.Morton at hotmail.com. What else we got here? I'm going to say no.
Oh dear.
I'm going to say no, unfortunately, but I will read the back just in case.
Go back to your desk then.
Oh man, we bought unlucky ones again. I told you to buy the lucky ones for the first episode. Try and draw people in. Sorry, Lucy. Sorry.
Okay.
But we'll donate food instead.
Yeah. Extra hampers we'll get now.
No, absolutely. We'll be on that this week, to be fair. And you had 2 10,000s, to be fair. You're pretty close. I feel gutted now. That could have bought like 10,000 selection boxes.
So
That'd have been awesome. That probably would have fed every kid in the whole of Warsaw for Christmas Day. That'd have been awesome. Oh man.
So the answer was put your money where your mouth was.
Oh, it's good, but it's not right. No, it is actually the right answer. There he is. There's the main man himself, Roy Walker.
Okay. So where's that leave? Oh, can I just do this?
Depends what it is.
You know who that?
Oh, hello. This woman is the most annoying woman in the world. Really is. She has no talent. She's average looking, I'd imagine. You can go into Yates's and see one of those in every town. But somehow she gets a gig on TV every year. I just don't get it.
Well, have you heard the latest thing?
Depends what it is. Has she been sacked? Am I tragically out of date?
She's come up with this idea of doing a British version of ABBA. And she's going to get together, or hopes to get together, with Ollie Murs and Ryland Clark Neal.
You know what? As if 2020 has not been bad enough to think the poor people of the UK need this nonsense. Look at that. Imagine that in a pair of flares, blimey.
So
I'd rather scoop my eyes out of an ice cream scoop than watch that, I think. And I might even do it live in air next week. Should we try that?
Yeah. And meanwhile, in Liverpool, this guy's got arrested for trying to impersonate a police car.
That's unbelievable. I mean, a top like that should be outlawed anyway, really. Imagine leaving the house going, I look all right like this, actually. You know what I mean?
And the other thing we talked about doing was the person of the week in Aldridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll give it to Lucy.
Well, yeah. She can't get another spin. But there was, I don't know if you've seen this. If I go to, just bear me a second, folks. I've got permission off this person who took the photograph. He wrote to me today, and if I can bring this up, share. This is
picture share.
This is
like a turn back time. All right.
I think this is ITV filming Alan Grice. Alan's
really.
I know Alan from Aldridge Shed and the Youth Theatre, and other. I think he does the Navigators in the Village as well. But he's been behind or building these Spitfires on Pelsey.
It's unbelievable. I've seen it. It's unbelievable.
So he's
really good.
He's my man of the week. He is.
So let's give him a spin. Is he live on line 1?
We'll give him a spin next week.
Next week.
Yeah. But thanks, Alan.
It's in the bank, Alan. It's in the bank, that spin. Don't worry about that.
The runner-up I'd give to Branton Hill Lane for their food bank they put at the end of the road. But they're all a bit posh down. Do you know where Branton Hill Lane is?
No. Is it near the M25?
No, it's not Tottenham. They're all a bit posh down Branton Hill Lane. They've got their own coat of arms, most of the houses down there. So over to you then. Where's that leave us now? We would try to do for half an hour, didn't we? And we've done.
We did, yeah. I mean, we got one more song left. If anybody wants to come on and do one last spin to win, try and win some money, because I think we bought some fake cards here. If I'm quite honest with you, have we kept the receipt? from the local post office.
Yeah. Can you take them back? We need to
I think so. Look, it clearly says £100,000 there. We want it. I don't know. I'm not quite sure where our rights are kind of legally on money laundering, to be honest with you. But what I will say is that this whole project is to highlight everything positive in basically in the local area. So if you've got any projects coming up that you need highlighting, or there's somebody you want to highlight, just email us. Have we got an email address? I don't know. I don't do technical stuff. Ring in. Have we got a phone? I think we've got a phone number, haven't we? I don't know what it is. Probably.
I'm gonna put it up now.
He said, yeah. So here's our details. Anything good come up inside the next week, let us know. We'll publicise it. We'll get on it. We'll make sure it gets out there, hopefully. And hopefully this thing can spread. I mean, because I think Facebook is a great tool, but this just brings it kind of up a level because people can interact. You can win no money on our prizes, as it turns out. It's almost like Facebook, but in colour. I would say.
Yeah, and hopefully we can have.
And you get to see me. So what's not to like? Do you know what I mean? And this fella behind me.
We want to know what's behind that, and we can. Hopefully, we're going to get updates from feeds, and we can get Mike in each week. So the invites there, Mike.
I would say get everybody in. Get absolutely everybody in. Whoever wants to come in, come in. I mean, Mike won't leave. Do you know what I mean? He's just happy to be here. He doesn't want to go back to front room and watch that kind of boating program.
But, well, he doesn't know how to switch off. Probably he is from Fiji after all.
That's the wrong side of the hill I've heard tonight. I don't even know what that means in a good way or a bad way, but it's not good.
He still comes under Wendy Morton though. In a sense,
we can do worse than Wendy Morton, mate.
No, that's not possible. That's not possible. That's an oxymoron. Worse than Wendy Morton. That's absolutely not possible.
It is. I've made an appointment to see Valvaz. It'll be exactly 4 years' time before the next election. It'll be the next time we see her or hear of her.
No, absolutely. They are fantastic at going missing. For people who want to help out the public, they're fantastic at going missing. It's almost like Where's Wally? You can never see them until they need our votes. Do you know what I mean? They're all over it then, knocking on front doors. Where you been for the past 4 years? Living up.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. But I've got more problems with Wendy Morton. I'll tell you about that next week. I don't want to get it all out here in like week one.
Okay. Well, I think we just got to. We need some more music from bathrooms. It doesn't have to be a bathroom.
Do you have a musical bathroom? If so, we need to know.
We want local talent to send some.
Can your tap sing?
So we have been working with Andrew Clayton.
Andrew Clayton is like the main man in Aldridge, I think, isn't he? He's so musically talented. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, he's been working on the Remembrance service, which obviously due to COVID, it's all locked down. So it's an online service, and I saw some of his work earlier today. But he also did this fascinating. Did you hear the Brown Hills Bob song he did?
I have. It's fantastic. I know. It was amazing, really.
From our video, and he came up with that, and he managed to squeeze in the lyric, something about Ravenscroft planning permission, which take my hat off to him. He couldn't come on tonight to talk to us.
He's watching a boating program, I heard.
He probably wrote the theme music for it. But we're not going to play it. He's done a music from his bathroom, and we're going to hold that back and show that next week, I think. But I think yeah. So have you got any closing messages, Rufus? From your
it's been emotional. Hopefully we come back next week. You never know. Basically, it's a project for the whole community. Anything positive, let us know. We'll be all over it like a cheap suit. How's that sound?
Yeah. Well, hopefully the comments have been sufficient to make us come back. So we'll just try and push it around a bit. It'll stay live. But
if you've enjoyed it, tell all your friends.
Yeah. And spin to win.
Yeah, and you can come on and win no money. But more importantly, if you know Ellie, we'd love to get in contact with her. She's like the most famous person in Aldridge, and I'm trying to be number 2, but I'm failing. I think.
What about Mike Hawes?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of number 2s. I mean, we just need to need to break the barrier and go, you are number 2. Ellie's number 1. Who is number 2?
So should we close the show with Oh, look at that! This is just brilliant. He hasn't heard his own. Should we do his brain?
I like to think he's just tuning now to hear himself. If so, that's brilliant, and I applaud that.
But that's
the kind of thing I would do.
Let's just bear in mind that he did this in a day.
It's unbelievable. The man is so talented. It's untrue.
He didn't have time to do the video, so because we have to put some sort of video to
well,
this.
when he does the video, if we're not invited to dance in the background, I'll be very upset.
Okay. So Rufus.
Yeah, adios amigos. It's a horrible time ahead in lockdown 2.0, mainly because the pubs are closed. So how we're going to cope, we do not know. But just trying to look after yourselves.
And thanks to William Roberts and Brown Hills Bob.
Yeah. And the National Lottery for their frauds.
Yeah, and Jim for telling us how to do a fraud. And the 2 ladies from the Tummies.
Yes, a fantastic cause, and I will be buying selection boxes, and I will probably email them in the week because I'm on furlough. I've got loads of free time, so I should really go and help out.
And thank you to Mike. Hopefully we'll see you next week, Mike.
Mike isn't going anyway. He's going to sit there all week, and why not? It's in lockdown. What else are you going to do?
He's saying to his missus now, I've got to go and sing a song in the bathroom for the lads.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you take your organ into the bathroom, Mike, and have a play and see what you come up with.
Aye.
Yeah, but don't video it.
Aye. That's for a late night show.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone there. Really.
That's for our pay only service.
No, I shouldn't have gone there.
Our only fan site. Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't know.
So should we sign off with?
Unfortunately, we got to go home. I am home, so
yeah.
I've got to walk down the garden and say hello to the family. Ugh.
Okay. Thank you to Backyard for supplying the the liquid refreshments.
Support local.
Yeah.
Unless it's Water FC, then support someone else.
And you go and eat your orange chips for next week. And thanks ever so much, everyone who's watched. It was the first time we've done it. Bit of technology.
We're no longer virgins of TV. Who would have thought it? Hurrah!
So thanks ever for supporting it. And if you can, and we do this as a nod to Janie. She was a big influence, a big character around the area, and miss her loads. But she would have been saying carry on. And she would have expected Rufus to have worn one of her outfits, but that's pushing it a bit too far.
I'm willing to dress up in anything.
No. It's a good job.
That's a deal for next week.
Okay, Andrew Clayton, we salute you. And as did I think this has already raised a few people have given to Acorns because
fantastic.
That's what he asked for, and I know Brown Hills Bob himself. Certainly put, if not more, certainly 50. I think it might have been more than that, but certainly raised some good money for Acorns. So it's
another good act in the local community. There's so many good acts going unnoticed in the local community, and that's what we want to highlight. That's basically the premise of this show, and it gets me away from the wife.
And talk to the cat. Talk
Absolutely.
To Wendy. Okay.
You say goodbye from Wendy.
I can't believe someone actually guessed that.
Because it looks like her.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to do a poem next week because I can't do poems as well as Janie did Victoria. So sorry about that. But here we go. Andrew Clayton, we salute you, and Brown Hills Bob for all the work he does, and
everybody in like the local area who's doing fantastic work. So we salute you. You are our heroes, and we want to hear all about it so we can get out to the masses.
Okay. Here we go.
Big Bob, Big Bob. The Brown Hills Bob has got a local name. He cycles to work and he cycles back again. He keeps us updated on his Facebook page, and he won't take hate and he won't take rage. Or Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob, Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob. Now Bob takes an interest in the history of this place, but you never hear his voice and you never see his face. You can spend your whole life looking in vain for those who've seen him and never seen again. Big Bob. He knows the secret of the Tesco petrol station and the status of the Ravenscourt planning application. If you can't find it or you haven't got time, ask Brown Hills Bob. He's always online. Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob. Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob. He's the patron saint of pets and missing cash point cards, but if you give him grief, then he'll come down hard. His wit is sharp and his aim is true, and he posts pickles pictures for his Brown Hills crew. Brown Hills Bob. Police lights and sirens aren't really news, that's one of Brown Hills Bob's own views. And if you think you can scream and shout, get a refund on your way out. Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob, Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob. Now Bob rides a bicycle that moves its tears with its GPS and its electric gears. He rides it early and he rides it late, and who'd have thought that would seal his fate to Big Bob? In the sun of the fall, the bollard came. It was sitting right there in the middle of the lane, and Bob didn't see or Bob didn't care, but we can guess where it went from there. Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob, Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob, Big. Now he's okay and he's back on his bike and he's putting up things on Facebook for a like. But for those of us who remain in the know, if he offers to show you his bruise, just say no. No to Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob, Big Bob, Big Bob.